without survival mode, right? So if you spent most of your life in survival mode, it can be hard to tell who you are, what's real, what's going on. Is this really who I am, right? You're trying to have a maybe an identity, not to say like a word like a crisis or something like that, but you're having like a little difficulty, right? So I want to have us understand like, you know, what helped us cope, but at the same time too is like learning who you are throughout that process, right? So I want us to normalize and reduce some shame, right? So first key point off rip is that many people develop habits and traits to stay safe, not to express themselves. This also can look overworking, like people pleasing, or emotionally shutting down, right? Based off your circumstances. I have to be real, right? Some of us are coming from dynamics that are healthy homes. You get that affirmation, you got that love off rip. Some of us come from dysfunctional families, right? So the yelling, the screaming, the talking down upon you, making you feel inadequate, dumb because you ain't doing something correctly, or one way thinking, black and white thinking, right? So everybody's situation is going to be different, but if you can, you know what I mean? Think about your experiences, and as we navigate, as we go through this video, you're going to be able to kind of put some connections together, right? So let's grow together, right? So it can also make sense in regards to that identity feels unclear when it comes to what shaped you around your survival, based off of how you were able to navigate through your life and those experiences, right? So you didn't have to choose that survival mode, right? You adapted into it, right? So you were able to figure out what worked for you in these dynamics. For instance, for me, I would just be transparent. I got the ear pods right now, but back in the days I had my headphones like I had Sony's. Let me start with there, and then I have my Beats, right? And ever since I got, you know, my music, I got into trouble. Even around the house, I was feel like I was just kind of just chill, you know what I mean? So it's just like music works for me, right? So everybody has something that's gonna be able to work for them, but music worked for me. For instance, that's what's helped me in my survival mode, kind of keeping me grounded, and how I adapted into, you know what I mean, my experience. But pulling into some psychoeducation that's going to keep us grounded, right, is that survival mode is driven by the nervous system prioritizing safety over exploration, right? So your body is registering yourself rather to be safe. That's why some of us are hypervigilant, always looking around, having trust issues. We don't trust nobody, right? We've really seen some things, right? Real trauma, right? We're really not trying to be into exploration mode, really not really trying to be out there looking into interacting with people, and we're limiting ourselves from the full life experience, right? In this state, decisions are based on avoiding harm, right? Not discovering preference, right? So like I said, we're avoiding the full life experiences because we're in that survival mode and trying to keep ourselves safe, right? So when it comes to safety increases, there can be a sense of confusion or emptiness, right? So when you're no longer just in survival mode, like I said, your system